Good, happy Saturday evening, January 16, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Saturday evening, so let's begin. First up, we're going to begin with your COVID-19 updates. 11 more Granite Staters die of COVID-19 as hospitalizations decline. 11 more Granite Staters have died of COVID-19, state health officials said Friday. And now let's take a look at your COVID-19 in New Hampshire key data, maps, graphs, and data. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 55,500 number of people in New Hampshire tested positive for COVID-19. 23,478,669 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 908 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 255 current number of hospitalizations for COVID-19 in New Hampshire, and 391 279 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. And now let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. In Oshawa, 563 current cases of COVID-19. Let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. In Oshawa, 4847 total cases of COVID-19. And now let's take a look at these three charts here. Let's start with the first chart here. New cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple. Daily new positive COVID-19 cases. Orange, new hospitalization. And red, deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Current cases in the purple. Total current COVID-19 cases. And orange, current hospitalization. Let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases in the purple. Total positive COVID-19 cases. Orange, total hospitalization. Red, deaths. And blue, recovered. Let's take a look at this chart here, positive PCR test rate. And let's take a look at this chart here, positive PCR and antigen test rate. And let's take a look at this chart here, daily PCR test rate. Now let's take a look at this chart here, age group of cases and female and male of cases. Let's take a look at this chart here, hospital infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. And let's take a look at this chart here, deaths. Percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder, your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. And now let's get to your other news. Officials investigating a suspicious death in Concord. Officials announced Saturday afternoon that they were investigating a suspicious death in Concord. The State Attorney General's office announced the investigation in a press release. Additional details such as where and when the death occurred were not released, but police activity could be seen on Warren Street on Saturday afternoon. The release said there is not believed to be any threat to the general public. Residents thwart attempt to steal truck from home in Pelham, police say. 2 people are facing charges after police say they tried to steal a truck from a Pelham home on Friday night, but were thwarted by the residents. Officers were called to the home on Flower Road about 9:20 p.m. Pelham police said in a news release. Once there, they found a car the suspects were in blocked in the driveway by the residents' vehicles. The homeowner told police that the 2 tried to steal a truck from his driveway, but when he and a friend approached them, they attempted to take off in their car. The homeowner said he was almost struck by the car as the 2 attempted to flee, but the residents were able to box the car in. The residents were armed but weren't pointing a gun at the suspects when police arrived. The release said, but the homeowner's son, who initially reported the incident when he was driving by the home, said the residents had been holding the two at gunpoint. State police and Salem police also responded. The two, a 24-year-old woman from Cambridge, Massachusetts, and a 28-year-old man from Rosendale, Massachusetts, ignored police commands for hours, and release said. Eventually, the man got out of the car and moved quickly toward a state trooper who deployed a taser on the man, the release said. The man was arrested and the woman was taken into custody without incident, according to police. The woman, who police said was driving the car as they attempted to flee, was charged with reckless conduct with a deadly weapon, criminal trespassing, criminal mischief, and resisting arrest. She was released and will be arraigned on Tuesday. The man was charged with criminal trespassing and resisting arrest. He was released and will be arraigned next month. New Hampshire's Hassan Piers tried to curb perks for former president before Trump. The presidency comes with a lot of perks: a house, a private jet, a vacation spot next to Maryland's world-famous Cottians mountain elevation of 1,900 feet, butlers, chefs, and for a luck few, a bottomless supply of loyalty in Congress. Butcher retired after working for the popular Demolish supermarket chain for 51 years, starting at the Nashua store in 1970. Fond farewell for Concord Market Basket manager who worked for Demolish for 51 years. Take a look at the photo. 51 years working for Market Basket. That is amazing. Wow. And congratulations on her retirement. Trump plans to leave the White House with a military-like feel. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Now to the presidential transition. President Trump planning a farewell event while President-elect Biden focuses on how to move his agenda forward in his first days of his presidency, as well as the Senate will be handling an impeachment trial. ABC's Rachel Scott is in Washington with this story. Good morning to you, Rachel.
Eva, good morning. And before President-elect Joe Biden even takes the oath of office, President Trump is planning on leaving Washington. Sources tell us this morning he is requesting a large send-off. With just 4 days left in office, President Trump is now planning a grand departure, refusing to attend Joe Biden's inauguration, something that hasn't happened in more than 150 years. Sources tell us before Biden is sworn in, the president wants his own farewell. A red carpet and military band waiting as he boards Air Force One for the final time, headed to Mar-a-Lago. Inside the White House, aides are packing up their desks. Moving trucks spotted outside as the president refuses to concede an election he lost.
What you get is what it is.
The president did meet with MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell in the Oval Office on Friday. The Washington Post capturing this image of his notes, appearing to detail drastic actions like martial law and an insurrection act. Lindell confirming the meeting, saying he presented President Trump with an entire packet containing repeatedly discredited theories regarding election hacking. White House sources tell ABC News nothing Lindell presented would be taken seriously or acted on by officials. Meanwhile, the nation, still reeling from a deadly riot on the U.S. Capitol, is now preparing for an inauguration and an impeachment trial.
That president was impeached in a bipartisan way by the House of Representatives. So urgent was the matter. They're now taking this to trial.
That trial in the Senate could be playing out during Biden's first 100 days in office.
We have to multitask, which means, as with anyone, we have a lot of priorities and we need to see them through.
One of those priorities, getting Congress to pass a nearly $2 trillion COVID relief package, which includes $1,400 in direct payments to most Americans. So this morning, the timing of an impeachment trial is still up in the air, but it could start on the same day of the inauguration. In the House, 10 Republicans voted to impeach President Trump, but in the Senate, at least 17 would be needed to convict Trump. And so far, we have not heard from a single Senate Republican who says they plan to do just that. Dan?
Could be a long shot. Rachel, thank you very much.
Well, hey.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. It will be very interesting the next couple of weeks ahead. And now let's take a look at your Viewer's Choice 2021 Best Nachos. Let's see where the best nachos are here in New Hampshire.
Chilly mornings? Start your car right from your phone. Ford SUVs are built for weather. Lease Escape for as low as $179 a month, or get Explorer with 0 for 72 months plus $27.50 cash.
Okay, and there you go. A look at the best nachos, Viewer's Choice 2021. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your evening. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night and goodbye, everyone.